Here's your Forbes Daily Briefing for Tuesday, March 19th. Today on Forbes, Trump says posting full $454 million bond is, quote, not possible, as deadline looms. Attorneys for former President Donald Trump said on Monday that he is unable to secure a bond for the more than $454 million he owes as part of the civil fraud case against him and his company. This comes as Trump asks a state appeals court to pause the judgment against him just days before it comes due. Trump has been ordered to pay $454.2 million in the civil fraud case, in which he and his business associates were found liable for fraudulently misstating the value of their assets on financial statements for personal gain. That amount continues to grow by more than $111,000 each day until it's paid off, based on a 9% annual interest rate, and Trump is still required to either pay cash into a court-controlled account or post an appeals bond while he appeals the case. In the filing Monday, Trump's attorneys asked the court to pause the judgment while the case is appealed, saying that securing a bond for the full amount is a, quote, practical impossibility. The attorneys argued Trump has undertaken, quote, diligent efforts to secure a bond and negotiated with, quote, one of the largest insurance companies in the world. But that's proven, quote, obtaining an appeal bond in the full amount of the judgment is not possible under the circumstances presented. According to an affirmation filed in court by Trump Organization lawyer Alan Garten, Trump has unsuccessfully approached 30 companies about his appeals bond. Trump's lawyers said that most bonding companies won't consider a bond as large as what Trump needs, and those that do won't accept real estate as collateral. According to his lawyers, given interest rates and premiums, Trump would have to turn over approximately $557 million in cash or cash equivalents, like marketable securities, in order to secure a bond. It's unclear when the appeals court could rule on Trump's request to pause the monetary judgment. The former president has previously asked the court to let him only post a $100 million bond if it doesn't halt the judgment entirely. Though there's no deadline specified in New York law on Trump posting a bond, the New York Attorney General's office, which brought the case, is expected to start trying to enforce the judgment if he hasn't paid by March 25th. That's this Monday. Attorney General Letitia James has previously said she plans to seize Trump's buildings if he doesn't pay. Forbes estimates Trump's net worth is $2.6 billion, but only $413 million of that is made up of cash and liquid assets, meaning the judgment against Trump is more money than he has in the bank. It remains to be seen how Trump will pay the judgment against him or secure a bond if the appeals court rules against him, whether that's borrowing against his properties, getting a wealthy friend to help him put up the cash, or obtaining a loan. The former president's lawyers have previously said in court filings that Trump will have to sell his properties if the court doesn't pause the judgment. In Monday's filing, attorneys noted that raising the money for a bond, quote, through a fire sale of real estate holdings would inevitably result in massive, irrecoverable losses. Trump's scramble to secure a bond in the fraud case comes after the ex-president separately posted a $91.6 million bond earlier in March as part of writer E. Jean Carroll's defamation case against him. That bond was underwritten by the Chubb Group, which defended its business with Trump to customers, claiming it has, quote, nothing to do with the underlying merits or with favoring any of the parties, and that the company supports the rule of law. It is still unclear how Trump secured that bond, though Chubb CEO Evan Greenberg said it was, quote, fully collateralized. For full coverage, check out Allison Durkee's piece on Forbes.com. This is Kieran Meadows from Forbes. Thanks for tuning in.